Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, girly men. It's me, Kalenica here. Last night on a Saturday, I went to the movie theaters to watch the new Superman movie with a girl I've met on Bumble. Now, I'm not really the type of guy to set dates at the theaters. I think taking a girl to the theaters is a real horrible idea, especially a first date, and when you have other options like picnic, winery, and karaoke night. But I didn't. I really want to watch the new Superman movie, and I didn't want to go with a bro that's gay or worse, alone. So I set the date at the theater, so I have someone to go with. I know it's pretty genius, right? But I'm not here to talk about my date, even though it went well. Thanks for asking. I'm here to talk about 2025, the Superman movie, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spill the beans right now. Not only do I really like this movie, I really like the direction DC's heading. Finally, fucking finally, there's some light at the end of the tunnel for DC. After watching the new Superman movie, the recent Batman movie, and the Peacemaker show, I think the DCU is really heading in a good direction. Finally! There are more good in this movie than bad, and even though I'm a big fan, this movie does have its flaws. I'm very aware of that. I'll get into the flaws in just a bit. But overall, this was one of the better movies DC has put out. And that's actually a big plus considering the fact that they released movies like The Flash and Blue Beetle. Straight ass. So let's go over to some of the things I liked. The casting by Mr. Gunn was great. Dave Cornsweet did a phenomenal job playing Superman. I had my doubts. I think a lot of people did, but he absolutely crushed it. I really like this version of Superman. I do. I like this version of Superman. It's fun, it's quirky, and it works. I think Dave fits the role really well. Superman doesn't have to be this unstoppable, buff, fucking jawline gifted from God like Zack Snyder tried to make him to be. And I think James Gunn's Superman proves that. And while yes, although Zack Snyder's Superman was badass and intimidating, if you read the Superman comics like how I read the Superman comics, you will know that that's not how Superman's supposed to be. Superman's supposed to be this beloved character that loves humanity and wants to save the globe. He's not supposed to be this fucking dark, hide in the shadows, do whatever the hell he wants, intimidating, scary person. He's not. So, I really like James Gunn's Superman. I think he did a very good job personating the Superman that we all love from the comics. Lois Lane and Lex Luthor also has some really great casting, especially Nicholas Hoult. I think he did a solid job playing Lex Luthor, but I feel like they could have did a lot better with the Lex Luthor character overall. He came off as a whiny diva bitch more than an evil man who just hates Superman. He was whining and crying and talking about how he's more inferior to everybody, and because Superman's stronger, it makes his smarts I don't know what was going on near the end. It was crazy. I feel like they could have done a lot more with the Lex Luthor character. But I will say, it was 100 times better than Zack Snyder's Lex Luthor. So, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it for now. But the man who absolutely stole the show was Eddie Gaffigy, aka Mr. Terrific. Shout out to Eddie, he did an amazing job. Should win a freaking Oscar for that role. But I want to get into the Mr. Terrific character overall, because he was easily my favorite character in the entire movie. I never liked Mr. Terrific in the comics or cartoon, but my god, that scene where he was beating up all the Lex Luthor lackeys with his AI orbs while Lois Lane was chilling in the laser shield. My god, that fucking scene was so gas, bro. Dude, I was jumping out of my seat. The girl I brought to the theaters with me was looking at me like a fucking loser, but fuck that bitch. If she didn't like that scene, then I guess we wasn't meant to be. That scene was so freaking awesome. That was the best scene in the entire movie, by the way. I really like the Mr. Terrific character. I really hope we get a Mr. Terrific movie down the line. And overall, the Justice Gang was freaking amazing. Green Lantern is one of the most boringest characters in all of DC. I hate Green Lantern with the ring, and it's such a stupid character. However, James Gunn did an amazing job making him interesting, and he was actually funny. He was the funniest guy in the movie, actually. Green Lantern. It is so awesome. Hawkgirl was amazing as well. I like how she killed the fucking the dictator from whatever fucking country they were at. The Justice Gang has a lot of potential. The whole DCU universe has a lot of potential. Green Lantern, he was more of a comedy gag, and that kind of suits him a bit, especially when he has the Dumb and Dumber haircut going for him. And then you also have the Hawk Girl. We didn't really see a lot from her, but every time when she was on screen, she always performed her best. Like, she was, it's hard to say, but like, she was just, it was amazing. I like the Justice Gang. I think we need a Justice Gang movie coming soon. I really like, man, I just can't get over Mr. Terrific. Especially when Mr. Terrific was in the fucking, the pocket dimension, and he was looking for Superman and, Krypto, and, oh, I forgot the fucking, the dude that shapeshift. He was in there, he was helping him out, and it was like, oh my god, it was so freaking good, man. Mr. Terrific is easily my favorite character in that movie. We need a Mr. Terrific movie coming soon. James Gunn, you have to fucking deliver. The casting by Mr. Gunn was, but I do want to talk about one problem I had, and that's the dog, Krypto. Some of y'all might not like this. It's gonna be a little bit of a hot take, but I thought the Krypto gag was getting a little stale near the end. I did. I thought it was getting stale. I thought it started to become too much. It started to become annoying at some point because this dog was so untrained, it was not even funny. And I get that it's supposed to be comedy relief and humor and shit like that. It was just irritating to watch. You know what I'm saying? So, Krypto, when they first introduced him, which was literally in the beginning of the movie, he was like jumping on Superman and stuff, and that was cute. That was funny. That was very funny. I liked it. It was adorable. And they showed Krypto a couple times. They showed him when he was in the pocket dimension eating the orbs and all that stuff. Like, it was cool. It was cool. I liked it. It was cool. It started becoming stale near the end when he just became a fucking hassle to deal with. When he grabbed Lex Luthor and started like swinging him around and stuff, and he was like fucking hurting Lex Luthor and stuff. I get that it was supposed to be comedy relief, but it was just a stupid scene that was just annoying. Like, this dog just does whatever the fuck he wants. Like, why? This is one of the strongest, outside of Superman obviously, this is one of the strongest beings on planet Earth. That dog needs to be tamed, or he's gonna fucking hurt somebody. Seriously. And then, excuse me, let me take a fucking swig of my coffee. It's early in the morning. I'm drinking a cup of Joe, by the way, if you're wondering. My throat's sore. I'm fucking trying to throat this out. Excuse me. Another scene why I didn't like with Krypto was when Superman was in the pocket dimension, and he was on this galaxy river with the baby, and he was floating down the river. A black hole's coming up, right? And Superman and the baby are about to fall in this black hole. So Superman whistles for Krypto to come. Krypto comes, and everybody, including myself, thought, okay, Krypto's gonna come in clutch yet again. He's gonna come in clutch. He's gonna save Superman and the baby. So he comes. He looks at Superman. He looks at the baby. The black hole's right fucking there. These motherfuckers are gonna die. They're gonna die if they don't be saved. And this fucking dog, Krypto, instead of helping Superman, goes to the baby and licks the baby. Like, bro. Like, I get that Superman's not really the owner of the dog. It's fucking Supergirl. But, it's just, why is this dog, what the fuck's up with this dog? He starts licking the baby, and then Superman almost dies, and that's when like the shapeshifter comes in an octopus forms, grabs Superman, tries his best. Superman turns around and just like fucking blows out of the fucking black hole, and it was a cool scene. I just didn't like how fucking Krypto was just man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I didn't like how Krypto was such a piece of shit. Like, he is. I get that he's a dog and he's supposed to be adorable and funny and but like, it was just very irritating. Like, motherfucker, save Superman. Why the fuck are you licking the baby? This dog needs to be goddamn trained. Like, it's so irritating to watch, man. If they make another Superman movie, I'm expecting Krypto to be a little bit better. So outside of the casting, which I already went over, including Mr. Terrific was fucking phenomenal, man. I gotta give me a Mr. Terrific shirt. But outside the casting, I really liked the action. There was a lot of action, and it was really well done, too. The CGI was great. The action, the camera angles were freaking awesome. We do gotta talk about a problem that I don't mind, but apparently everybody was complaining about online. So, if you guys don't know, a lot of people are calling the Superman movie, the new Superman movie, woke. It's woke. It's woke culture. And before I watched the new Superman movie, I'm like, oh, goddamn. You gotta be kidding me. Is Superman fucking gay or something? Like, what's going on with the wokeness? Why is this movie woke? I watched the Superman movie. There's no wokeness in it. It's not woke. It's not fucking, you know, it's not like Disney, how they fucking try to drown you in something that, you know, I don't want to get into that topic. It's a very sensitive topic. I don't mind woke culture. It's just, there's a time and a place for it. There's a time and a place. Not in a Superman movie was supposed to be action-packed. But again, I'll get into that. So, a lot of people are calling the movie woke. And I'm wondering, why are they calling this movie woke? I just watched it. There's no woke culture in it. So, apparently, a lot of people are calling this movie woke because Superman is a weakling. Basically. He's a weakling. He gets his ass kicked all the time. The only time we actually win the battle, like, I think on his own was again, like, near the end where he defeated the clone of himself. No, but even then, Krypto came in and ordered. No. I think Superman, like, that was Superman's only one-on-one battle was near the end when he defeated the clone of himself, because Krypto was going after the balls, the orb. So that's when Superman started, like, laying the hammer down on his clone self. But a lot of people didn't like the movie because Superman was such a weakling. Now, if you guys don't know, I read the Superman comics. Superman's supposed to be, you know, he's supposed to hold his own. This Superman couldn't even defeat the Hammer, which was one of Lex Luthor's fucking lackeys, one of Lex Luthor's fucking creations. He was getting his ass whooped. He literally had to retreat, get some sun, and then go back. He was like at a 90%, 85. He was at 85%. He went back and he still got his ass whooped. And I could understand why people hate that. Personally, for me, I didn't mind it because I have a feeling that James Gunn is gonna make Superman develop. Is a developing character. Superman seems like he's young. He's still learning. He's still trying to get into Superman. But it's kind of like Spider-Man. Like, you know how Spider-Man is like a teenager and he's still trying to get used to the superhero role. I feel like that's what Superman is right now. He's still a work in progress, a training. So I could definitely see James Gunn leveling up Superman down the road. He starts becoming this amazing, strong, no one can fuck with him. Bring on Darkseid, we're whooping his ass. I feel like that's what they're building to. So right now this is only the beginning. I don't mind it, but a lot of people did. And I could understand, personally for me, just have a little bit of patience. You gotta have a little bit of patience. I think it's a work in progress. And I'm hoping it is, because I don't want to see Superman get his ass whooped all the time, or he has to rely on help to come in. Wonder Woman has to come in, Batman has to come in and help him. It does make him look like a bitch, but I don't think it's woke. I think a lot of people are over-exaggerating the wokeness, the woke culture. I just think it's a work in progress, if you get what I'm saying. So, I had no problem with it. Once they release Superman 2 or Superman fucking, you know, fighting Lobo or any other Superman, I do expect Superman to be a lot stronger and more experienced. Now, if Superman's still a bitch and he gets his ass whooped in the next movie, then yeah, I could. Someone's calling me. Then yeah, I'll definitely side with the people in this. But as of right now, I don't mind it. I feel like it's a work in progress. Another thing I also want to talk about, and I think this is one of the biggest flaws in the movie, was the Guardians of the Galaxy effect. Now, if you guys don't know, James Gunn is the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. If you don't know that, then you should be fucking watching movies to begin with, but he's created Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is the best franchise in all of Marvel. So, of course, you're going to have some of those Guardians of the Galaxy's effect to it, because hell, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's basically the direction James Gunn was heading. And I feel like there was a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy-ish scenes in the Superman movie that I didn't like. One of those scenes is where, okay, so Superman was exposed. His parents' videotape got leaked, and the videotape isn't what it was. Superman thought the videotape of his parents were telling him to do good, but in reality it was telling him to do bad. So Lex Luthor used that to his advantage and spread it all over the fucking city, all over the world. Superman was this bad guy. His reputation was ruined. People were questioning him. People were questioning him. They think he was a bad guy. They think he was here to destroy the planet. So it was a very serious moment in the movie. So he went over to Lois Lane and they talked. And they were talking, they were having a serious conversation. And in the background, you can see the Justice Gang fighting this eyeball or this weird fucking octopus out of this different dimension. And during the serious scene, you could see them fighting in the background. And I felt like that was a very Guardians of the Galaxy-ish scene. I didn't really like it too much because that's just some shit you see out of Marvel, straight up Marvel. The Marvel comedy, the comedy relief, the humor relief. That's where it was, and I didn't really like that. Another scene where it was more Guardians of the Galaxy-esque, and I think this was the scene that everybody was talking about. I saw a lot of people bitching about it on Twitter, and I absolutely agree. Is when they went into Pocket Dimension, and Lex Luthor was showing Superman around and his creation. He showed Crypto riding with the Super Squirrels on the online thing in the orb, and when they were driving by or floating by, there was a bunch of monkeys typing hate comments on the screen. And they had their brains wired for them to be typing on the... It was such a Guardians of the Galaxy... Like, that's the shit... That's literally the exact shit you see in Guardians of the Galaxy. I hated it. I really hated it. It doesn't destroy the movie. The Superman movie's obviously great, but it just... It was just so out of place. Like, why would you put that here? Like, what? Like, I get that Lex Luthor's a genius, but it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Wouldn't it make more sense to just hire humans or have human slaves to be typing that shit? Why do you need to train monkeys and fucking... It just seems like too much work, and it just seems like a Guardian of the Galaxy type move. I didn't like it. There was some of that in there. Another one was Mr. Terrific's fucking ride. If you guys don't know, if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, they have these weird like handles that helps you drive their spaceship. Mr. Terrific's vehicle works exactly like that. You have to drive the handle and you have to float it around and drive it. Again, such a Guardians of the Galaxy thing. I get it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But please, don't bring that shit to the DCU universe. It's not bad. It just takes away the aura of what DCU is. It seems like DCU is just trying to leech off of Marvel, trying to copy Marvel. Let's copy off their success so we can become successful too. And again, I get that James Gunn was from Marvel, but still, you gotta like create your own. You gotta go with your own flow on this. There was also a slight Peacemaker cameo when Lex Luthor released the footage to the world and everybody started questioning Superman. Superman breaks into Lex Luthor's little office and he throws the fucking table. Lex Luthor's just sitting there drinking coffee, his girl's recording, and they put it on the internet. So they replay it on the news, and that's where we get to see Peacemaker. And I want to say that it was really satisfying to see that Peacemaker is still alive in this universe, because if you don't know, the DCU was scrapped. The old DCU, Dan Snyder's DCU, was scrapped. So I felt like a lot of the good stuff was scrapped with it. One of those great fucking moments was Peacemaker. I thought Peacemaker was scrapped as well. But unfortunately, or fortunately, it wasn't. And we got to see a little Peacemaker cameo. It was really satisfying to see. I was glad to see Peacemaker was still alive, because Peacemaker is such a great show. He's such a great... I want to say hero. He's such a great character that I think could level up the DCU universe as well. So it was really awesome to see. But overall, it was a great movie. I think the DCU is heading into a great direction. Again, they're going to be releasing a new Supergirl movie. I'm not really interested in it. They're also going to be releasing Clayface. Clayface is going to be good. DC is heading in the right direction, and I think James Gunn was the perfect guy for it. Again, I had my complaints. I already talked about a little bit of the flaws in the Superman movie, but that's nothing compared to the movie overall. The movie overall was great. It was one of the better movies DC has released, and I am excited to see where DC goes. I think DC could finally be a heavy hitter to Marvel, and Marvel's on its downfall, if I'm being honest. Like, Marvel... man, they haven't really been putting out some good movies. Thor: Love and Thunder was trash. It was fucking garbage. What was it? The Miss Marvels or some shit with like fucking all three trash. Like, they're not really doing too well. So I think this is the time where DC can capitalize. They got James Gunn, an amazing director, and I mean, it's showtime for them. Go big or go home. You're either gonna be the little stepbrother to Marvel, or you're going to start becoming the heavy hitters, Are you going to be the Xbox to PlayStation? Or you're going to start leveling up, be like, yo, like, let's do this, let's go. So, DCU on the rise. The Superman movie, I love it. It's a great movie. If I had to give it a rating, I don't like giving movies a rating, but if I had to give it a rating, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I feel like that's solid. So, if you haven't seen the Superman movie, you shouldn't even be watching this fucking video, because I just spoiled everything for you. But overall, great movie. Loved it. Can't wait to see what DC has in store for the rest of us. Just wanted to come out here and, show my face once again. So, you're welcome. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out of this biz.